You know what? With so much discourse going on with this whole Velma series, I decided, you know what? I'm going to cover the last few episodes that are remaining. This is the episode 5 review and recap. So the episode starts off with Velma freaking out, trying to find out where Black Shaggy is, along with trying to solve the mystery of her missing mother, the brainless teenage girls, and how it all connects to one another. Now, her stepmama is coming home with the baby, and Velma's dad wants to prepare for a postpartum photo shoot. I didn't know that was a thing that ever existed, but then again, there's a lot of things I don't know about pregnancy and having a baby. Anyways, she's having a sleepover with the marching band, still looking for where Black Shaggy is so he can use his Ultra Instinct abilities to stop her panic attacks. So there's the scene where, we have cops assigned the police detail for the hottest girls in the school, but because these teens are coming on to these grown-ass men, they resign before Hansen steps in and makes them have a seat and gives them a look at the chat logs of Hot Dougie 97. Yeah, sexual harassment from the girls. This is nuts, baby, nuts.
Oh, I just rear-ended a cop.
In fact, the officers on detail have all resigned, citing unrelenting sexual harassment.
Now, the marching band sleepover is done and over with, so now Velma can continue her mystery of the missing Black Shaggy. And Daphne's on the case to solve the mystery of her missing biological parents of hers, so she heads to the Crystal Mines. Ooh, that's not a double entendre, is it? Crystal Mines? I don't know. Anyways, Daphne says a line, hot people are cut too much slack to heed warnings.
Sorry, sign, but hot people are cut too much slack to heed warnings.
True. Now, we kind of do in society, but that's whatever. Anyways, she's grabbed by someone, and then we cut to Fred pinch hitting for Black Shaggy as Velma's simp. And just in case you don't know what a simp is and what it stands for, it's someone idolizing mediocre pussy. Now, I wanted to point that out as an acronym, as Velma seems to use them quite often. And there's even one coming up based on our boy, old pal, old chum, Scooby-Doo. Yes, Scooby, but more on that later. Some woman named Edna Perdue used to own Fred's family's house. Now, she's actually a neurologist. Now, she apparently was locked up in the Crystal Cove Insane Asylum after running some unethical experiments. Experiments involving extracting the brains of humans. So now the show's back on that mystery kick and the plot thickens. Then Velma finds out that Black Shaggy has a girlfriend, and Velma makes a very insensitive joke about Black Shaggy's sexuality by saying, "Damn, this makes me think that I can bag Don Lemon."
Norville, you have a girlfriend?
No.
And your girlfriend is Gigi? Damn, this makes me think I could bag Don Lemon.
Essentially implying that Black Shaggy is gay, and Velma thinks she has the power to turn a gay man straight. Black Shaggy was never gay, you just weren't feeling him, Velma. But let's move on. Even during all of this, we find out that Black Shaggy is still a simp, as Gigi, his new girlfriend, says that until Black Shaggy decides to stand up for himself, he's going to do exactly what she tells him to do. Now, also because I have to point out this thing that I've been saying this entire video, I'm no longer referring to this version of Shaggy as Norville. Now, it just sounds weird coming out of my mouth, so he's Black Shaggy. I don't care if Shaggy's real name is indeed Norville, it just feels wrong to keep calling him that, even though he's everything opposite of Shaggy. Like the Shaggy we all know. Anyways, Daphne finds out that her parents are Captain Caveman, living in a cave. Of course, Captain Caveman. And she was kidnapped by her adopted mothers. And back to Velma, where she finds out that her mother was also researching the mad scientist Edna Perdue. Now, Velma has a panic attack and dies. Old people bring her back to life, and she decides to throw a house party. Like you do after you have a near-death experience. Makes sense, yeah. Anyways, Velma gets a call from Jane Jetson about not breaking shit in the house. Daphne finds out that her parents were part of a gang. Edna Perdue is actually Black Shaggy's grandmother and the very same person that Velma's mother went missing looking for. Seems like there's an interconnected story here with the gang, which will likely bring them all together like some sort of weird, fucked up Avengers with teenage angst. Now, a bunch of nerds start eating Velma's home, like literally eating the damn home. Like Velma decides to get hit by a car. Daphne sneaks out of the house to find her Captain Caveman grandparents, and we find out that that one prisoner is still at large, so you know that'll come into play at some point in time. Also, one thing I really liked was the Kasem nod in this particular episode.
Welcome to the Crystal Mines mining experience. I'm Casey Kasem, here to guide you through America's 40th most popular mine.
They had a little bit where he was narrating the Crystal Mines water ride, which is a very nice little nod to the original voice of Shaggy. If you know, you know. Now, Velma spends the night in jailbait, and we finally meet Daphne's parents, a woman named Carol, and, yup, the escaped convict that was Fred's cellmate is Daphne's father, Darren. So you see the show slowly trying to connect the dots and interweave the gang's story together somehow. They're managing to do it. Now, this episode was a slight improvement from the previous one, but still showcased Velma as a very unlikable character. Very funny that the only character that's actually likable is, in fact, Daphne. Now, she just wants to find out who her real parents are and where she came from. It's fairly simplistic. And she's able to do it alone, as opposed to Velma, who needs the help of either Fred or Black Shaggy. She's got a lot to learn, and we'll see where things go next.